Hi, welcome to Drive with Care. I particularly wanted to do this journey, which is motorway route, because of the weather. Now, Highway Code 226 says you must use headlights when visibility is seriously reduced. Generally, when you cannot see more than 100 metres, you may also use front and rear fog lights, but you must switch them off when visibility improves. Now, the thing is, it's that generally bit. It could be counter-argued that, well, I can see 100 metres, so I'm not going to use my headlights. But you know, when it's weather like this and it's bleak, I've got to use my windscreen wipers, it's not particularly clear, is it? So you should be using your headlights. And the point that I want to make here is that some people assume that because they've got their running lights on, which is auto headlights, in modern car manufacturing, the front running lights go on, like this car here, but when you look behind them, there's nothing on at the back. Now, I blame the car manufacturers other than the Swedish Volvos, because our lights are on all the time because of the law in Sweden, and I think Norway, maybe even Denmark, that you must have your headlights on all the time when your car is moving. But when you've got your running lights on, only the front lights are lit. So you'll be driving along a motorway with serious spray, or twilight or evening, and people, their illuminated dashboards make them think that their headlights are on. But in fact, they're not, because at the back, nothing. So anyway, we're going on the motorway. I'm going to go all the way to Hawkinge, so the rest of the length from junction 9 here, all the way till the M20 stops and becomes the A20, and we go through the Roundhill tunnels. And I'm looking forward to putting some speed on. Let's see if we can get some 70 mile an hour cruising going. Sliding onto the motorway. Bumpy, bumpy. Get us up to 70. So I wonder how many vehicles we'll see and how bad the weather is. I can certainly see more than 100 metres ahead. So technically you don't need your headlights, but it's a bleak day, isn't it? And I've always been conditioned to use headlights in weather like this. .264, keep left unless overtaking. See the van in front here, practically doing the same speed as us. In fact, I'm catching up with him. He's pulling in now. I reckon this row no traffic wants to go left, but he was cruising along in the outside lane, and then didn't give him a lot of time to make the manoeuvre. Mercedes is coming out. Give him some room. I should pull back because I can't overtake because I'm already doing 70. Truck's pulling off, so I'll get into the left-hand lane. Beamer and Merc staying in the middle lane. Congratulations, chaps. Do you do that? If you're driving on the motorway, do you just get into some kind of autopilot zone? and then shut everything else out. Just remember, everything changes every 3 to 5 seconds. So you can't be on autopilot. Got a little Volkswagen Polo cruising up beside me. It's got his Christmas lights on. Only 3 or 4 cars behind me. There seems to be some kind of build-up up ahead, trucks and cars, so I'm just going to keep an eye out for any hold-ups. Tanker is so far away that I will take some time to get up to it, so I don't need to sit in the middle lane. Let the Porsche coming up behind me know that I want to pull out. Advisory 50 miles an hour here, and I think it's probably just the build-up of traffic. Understand all those people in that middle lane. They're nowhere near the truck. I like to look at them to see what they look like. I shouldn't judge. End of suggested 50 mile an hour speed limit. I've got a little Fiesta cruising up behind me, but I need to get past this truck. So make sure I do the manoeuvre in good time. Some might question why I keep going left, but there was enough space that I could get back into the left-hand lane. I wasn't overtaking anything, and sure, it means I've got to come back out again, but that keeps me alert, you know? It stops me being in autopilot, as I said back then. I'd forgotten about the lights. It seems like everyone's got lights on. There's a couple of cars on the other side, no headlights on. I wouldn't say this is particularly bad weather, but, you know, it's raining. Put your headlights on. Maybe that's the consideration. If it's raining, put your headlights on. And not your running lights. That little Kia didn't have any lights on. moved in, so I shall move in. Ford Cougar still sitting in the outside lane. Totally unnecessary. Now I think this is because in a moment the left-hand lane filters only to turn off to Cheriton, which makes the remainder of the M20 just 2 lanes. And so if these people like to sit in the outside lane on a 2-way motorway, she feels quite comfortable doing that. What I like to do is roll up just next to them but behind them, and it gives them the idea that they should be pulling in. Driving in the outside lane. Give me a break. Let not the anger take you. Trucks in the wrong lane. Didn't read the sign till the last minute. It's fun to drive on the motorway. You just have to keep alert all the time. Be alert, right? Your country needs alerts. We should go through the Roundhill Tunnel, turn off at the junction after the tunnel and head into Hawkinge and conclude the video there. End of motorway in half a mile. So your speed on the motorway, 70 miles an hour maximum. We then come off the motorway and we hit the national speed limit sign. Didn't see the end of motorway sign because of the truck, but we're now on the A20, which winds its way down to Dover. But because it's dual carriageway, we'll still do 70 miles an hour. Off at this junction. Still national speed limit. Roundabout 125 yards. I want to go right on the roundabout, so I'll get in the right hand lane here. Highway maintenance. Looks like someone's crashed into the barrier there. Wonder if they're fixing that. There we go. Indicate off. And up White Horse Hill into Hawkinge. Still national speed limit. Into Hawkinge for for a 30 mile an hour zone. Get yourself down from 60 to 30. The Skoda's doing 15 miles an hour. I wonder if it's got some engine problems and it's in limp mode. Perhaps somebody who's lost don't know where they're going. Oh, come on. I despair. I share the roads with these other road users. Can I get in front of the transit pickup? Yes. Let's park here conveniently. Wow, did I lose my rag? Did I get impatient? I probably did. I would argue for good reason that Skoda's still doing 15 miles an hour down the road there. But that was the M20, and I wanted to do that to highlight Highway Code 226, all about putting your headlights on during inclement weather. Okay, drop me a comment, tell me I'm wrong. But in the meantime, I will see you in another video. Bye for now, thanks for watching, and drive with care.